Good afternoon, good evening. Let's see, it's almost 5:15. Orlando traffic on a Friday night is probably no better than anywhere else in the country on rush hours on Fridays. But in any case, it was a drive coming home, but I had the opportunity of observing the second day of a workshop or a class that is designed for people with early cognitive impairment. And as I promised you on Monday, I recapped what I saw and thought there, and I promised to get back to you after the Friday session. They meet on Mondays and Fridays, and equally excited and just amazing in listening to the men and women that are in this program and their life stories and what they're looking for as a goal from this workshop. And God, it was just awesome. So let me just give you some of the highlights of it. We started off the workshop again asking people to at least share one thing about themselves that we may not know or may appreciate about them. Life experiences. We've got engineers and doctors, surgeon. We have a mix of extremely well-educated people. A naval commander is in the group. Just their life experiences, coming from New York, Chicago, different parts of the country, moving to Florida to get away from the cold weather and the snow. And many of them had children that relocated to Orlando. And now as they got to the point of having mild cognitive impairment, their family members, their sons and daughters, wanted them to move to Florida, where they have established themselves and felt that mom and dad could be better served living in Orlando, because now the kids can take care of the parents, which is an ongoing change of pace in terms of what's going on. And you got to see such loving connections and feelings as they come up and drop them off or pick them up. It's just an amazing experience of where the work you do on brain fitness and brain science is just coming into play with these real people that come to a workshop looking for something that they can still do that maintains their mental fitness and their mental well-being. We start off with what are some of the good things that have happened to you during the past week, or things that you felt that brought some light and some friendliness and some social interaction, some specific things. And they, without question, they all were happy to be back to the second day of the class. What was good this week was coming to the class on Monday, and they couldn't wait to come back to the class on Friday. The instructors are making it very interactive, and so more and more people are speaking out within the group, and it's amazing by just having people speaking out about something about themselves and not feeling the biggest concern they have. I don't want anybody to pity me, and that was insightful. What a conversation of people that have got this impairment and are realizing there are some parts of their memories and some part of their thinking or life experiences that they can't recall or retain. And the discussion they had amongst the group of them on, I don't want anyone to pity me. I've led a good life. I've had a very successful life. No one has to feel sorry for me or show me any level of pity, because the life I've had has been fantastic. And therefore, just recognize me for who I am today, and let me get something from this this class and this workshop that can help me at least maintain some level of myself and some level of slowing down or minimizing any further impacts. And it's going to be interesting to me as I've watched it, and as you know from the work we've done on the 6 elements of brain fitness, social interaction is big for me, and I'm seeing it right in front of my eyes with these people. As you get them to share and talk, they just kind of bubble right up. And the notion of, I don't need anyone here to feel pity for me or sorry or for one another, because we've all been very successful at what we've done in some endeavors in our lives, and having family and children and grandchildren. And it's just amazing to see that interaction, and how social interaction, we keep talking about, it's hardwired, is amazing. So that's a bit of it. Now, the second part of the workshop, it was about exercising and keeping him active. And here we go, right? in the latest issue of the Cleveland Clinic newsletter, latest issue of Cleveland Clinic. Staying active can better change your mind for the better. Studies continue to reinforce the idea that challenging your body and brain preserves cognition. And I've been talking about this over and over again. Stay physically active, adhere to heart and brain healthy diets, and stay on scheduled activities. We were at the facility, it's an exercise facility. How many people, they say sign up in January, and you see them through the end of January, and that's about it for the rest of the year. Is this not silly? And yet, if you want to maintain a healthy brain, don't wait till you start to go into later stages. Stay active and walking. So in the workshop itself, there are two segments of exercising. You go shake it out, and you go push your arms and stretch. And then a great one for the eye. Follow your hands with your eyes as you go right and you go left, and you're getting twisting in the shoulders as well as eye exercises. Fantastic. Our exercise person in the workshop is just terrific. And she's got these seniors up and about, and they're doing these different physical movements and physical abilities as best as they can. No one is pushed to do something that they're not able to. And you just, again, between the social interaction and the exercising, bringing a level of energy and oxygen into the room, it's just so refreshing and so enlightening that here are people that are in need of some help and feeling that they've been left out of life, and are being left out of life in their older age, not in their earlier age for sure, but in their older ages, and feeling like, my goodness, there's something I can do. In fact, one of the wives that picked up her husband just said he was so looking forward to coming back. He had such a good time on the first session. He just couldn't wait to come back here, and I'm sure he's going to wish the weekend away so he can get back here again on Monday. And so that's the type of energy, endorsement, enthusiasm. And then the third thing, right, we talk about cognitive functions. There are some mental exercises in the work that they're not extremely difficult, but is showing shapes of things and finding circles or finding squares or finding triangles. And then we start with the number 1 to number 3 to number 5 to number 7. What's the next number that goes in the string? They love those exercises. They were looking for something that is going to help them to exercise their brain. So not only does the physical exercise in terms of what these people were looking for, but they were also looking for something that could at least continue to let their brain be alive and being used. And so they welcomed the mental exercises. In fact, they actually wanted more than what the course curriculum was offering. And so we're going to take a look at what are some of the things that we've learned from our work on the memory championship, and are there little bits that we can drop in that mix, not too difficult, but enough to challenge them, because they all wanted to be challenged. And at the end, they love the brain exercises. So it's not just, hey, let's get up and walk and be physically, and let's just not talk and build social, but give me something to mentally challenge myself a bit, and let me just see if this thing is still working. And it was amazing to me the different answers that they gave to the questions, and the different way they challenged one another in trying to do the best they could in making identifications of or coming up with the next answer. So I think the day, just exciting. It's a 4-hour day. People don't want to leave, but somebody's picking them up. That one obviously take them back into their routines. But between the exercising and the sharing and the building social connection, and as they continue to go through this, they're building a level of talking to other people. And I think coming from that will be the essence of trust, which is huge in terms of social interaction. So I think you'll see that coming down the road as more and more people are openly wanting to be engaged in the dialogue and in the conversation. So I have found the first week of this brain program to be just fantastic. I think watching the interactions, the stories, the assignments, then the people who come and pick them up and take them home. Today, especially, said, "Gee, I hope today was as good as Monday because, boy, so and so couldn't wait to come back and be a part of today." And so I had one of our attendees immediately look at his wife and so, "You want to tell your wife what you thought about today?" And he just lit back up, and she looked, and he said he couldn't wait to get here today because he enjoyed the session so well. And I look forward to having him tell me about what today's session was. So I looked at him and said, "Tell her a couple of things about today's session." And he just started rattling off the things that were done during the day today that just got him so excited and worked up. And his net was, "It's giving me more energy, and it's giving me more thinking that I didn't think I had anymore." And so isn't it sad that we are leaving our seniors in this world of hopelessness, to where here's something that we can offer as hope, that they can relive the remaining years of their life in a level of maintaining their brain fitness as much as we can, and have each of them get that confidence back and be the best version of themselves. So with that, I promise you I would do that tonight and not go through some of my other articles. I'm back in it again on Monday. I am planning to stay with this for a few weeks. I'm getting so much out of it, and watching and being a part of this process, that I initially signed up for Monday and Wednesday of this week, and I'm signing up for Monday and Friday of next. So exciting, great to be a part of it. And depending upon how the days go and the stories I learn, I think it's an education for all of us that's coming out of watching these group of seniors go through this process. It's Friday already, and the days are going by, and next week it'll be March already. We have 88-degree weather here in Florida. I will be hitting the community swimming pool tomorrow. I did some laps actually yesterday, so I am maintaining my physical fitness of running and biking and stretching and doing my exercise and flexibility and a little bit of weight. And so I'm doing all the things I'm sharing with my Live with Tony audience, and I'm keeping them in practice myself, so I can be the model for people to say, look at the difference you can make in your life, given the desire to do so and the tools and the people around you that support it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then. Anybody wants to send me an email, I always forget to do this lately. It's adottino at AOL.com. And I welcome comments that come back in on our Live with Tonys. I love doing these, and I'm just always pray that I make a difference with one person on each of my broadcasts. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.